Okay, we've moved up from that amazing A right next to the X, or the triangle next to the X. We're going through the woods. The lake is down there. It's for around here, it's a pretty good sized lake. I don't think it really freezes in the winter, but we're connected to railroad tracks that go really for miles through towns, through forests. And this way, along the tracks, in the woods, we did find some structures that seemed very odd. Here we found structures over the summer, even stranger and weirder places. The place we parked is an outdoor art museum. It's great. They've got these amazing structures throughout the property. We're behind that. And we also think this is a corridor that they would travel in. And we found that X, immediately find the X and the triangle. Then we come here, we find this is interesting. Oh, I just walked past it. Everything kind of looks interesting, but that really looks like a letter H, another symbol, or it could be a symbol, not an H, like we know an H. But coincidentally, that seems to be something. Come along here, and yes, they could be just these big branches falling, but it does seem to be piled up in one area. Could be blockage, but it could be a bunch of symbols. Because I was thinking the triangle I found in that one language, old ancient language, triangle meant bend there. The X always means mark the spot. There's see another sort of triangle. The curves, the waves mean water. Anything that looks like a head means power, strength. Look at that, another one. Up the hill. I'm on a hill. The X is right down there. And we're trying to head this way. Oh, by the way, too, top of this hill, bald eagle's nest. That shows it's pretty pristine here. Look at all the sticks lined up against the wall. And the stones placed interestingly. When we also got onto the trail, there was a big boulder by where we parked, and it was a perfect Y stick placed on top of the rock. Either that means, and that coincidentally is exactly where the trail forks, right there. I don't know. Could be nothing. But we're going to try to make our way to that structure. That tree going up the hill again. Oh yeah, and there's another structure that's on the trail. It looks like, yes, everyone's going to say, oh, they're going up the hill. Okay, I'll turn it off until I get there. There's the water.
So that's the bend, right?
Yep.
And then what's curious is how this thing hit and then bends down, right? Did you see if this X has, is this from a tree here? Yeah, it's from a tree.
I'll find one more thing. Turn it back on. This wall, you assume is a property wall, right? Along here, goes up, but look at this corner and this curve. It's like the areas where they've said that the walls aren't just property lines. They're not colonial walls. They're either Native American or older ancient walls. That's kind of interesting. Why would they bother building this part of the wall when the wall continues down there? And look, there's the wall right there. Another wall. 2 parallel walls within 50 feet. I guess it could be a pie coming down to the center of the lake. That's possible. Okay, still haven't made it to the structure. I'll turn it off. I turned it back on. I didn't go far, right by the wall, and this pink thing attracted me. And it's frozen in the ground. But I don't know, the squirrels, well, dogs pick them up from their owners, take them. Yeah, it could be a dog. But it's funny, it's right by all this. You know, someone's not over here. Nobody's walking through here. Okay, so that pine, look at this. Kind of interesting. Is the top of either that one or that one? Okay. Okay, so we've run into this. I don't know why people that are cleaning up the trail, because what we just came through, pure mess. Oh, but it does look at all the piles. Yeah, it's weird. I will. And people who are cleaning up the forest really, I would think, know better not to do stuff like this. But I guess they don't, because they're making these piles. It's a fire hazard. Fire hazard. But we can't find the structure that was down by the water. I'm going to turn it off because maybe it's coming up. Didn't make it far. And I'm noticing this birch, like tree, and this white. I've seen this now, I don't know if this 4 or 5 times, that's stabbed into the ground. And that's interesting. And then look at it's all broken up in pieces. The birches always seem to be broken in pieces like this. Look at, and this is the tree. 1, 2.
There was a white something that ran in front of there. It looked like it might have been a white cat.
Oh, wow. It's not a tail of a deer?
No, it was like a white cat.
Wow.
Kind of weird.
Yeah, that is weird. What would be white?
Did you try to move those sticks?
No, but I could tell it's jammed in there good. So the structure, I feel like it was right down here. So let's keep going a little bit.
Let's go down to that.
Okay.
Ran in the other direction.
Which way did it go?
To the right there.
Okay.
I don't want to go. I don't want one to be.
Oh, here's another. Well, I guess that's just hanging there. Oh, what's that? Well, you can see this is the marshy part of the lake. Yeah. Oh, look at the pile of rocks. And this, funnily, is where he just saw the white thing run from. That seemed to be like a white cat. Look at that. Is this another little pile? Nope. Okay. But it's funny that all these trees are lined up like a seating area, doesn't it? See the right, and that pile of rocks right there? The trail is right there, but there's like a swampy area that runs. That's where the other structure is, in the swamp.
See the break up there, the break.
Oh yeah, look at that break.
That's a high break.
That's a very high break. Coincidentally right here. Plus when you're walking over here, there was that break.
Holy cow. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
who would
amazing.
do this?
They're really jammed in.
There's no hunting here. Absolutely
So
not.
they actually, someone like hammered these in.
Yeah, look at how big that is. And they're really pounding this in the ground.
See this? There you go. Okay.
Okay, I'll turn it off. Now we're going to head for the really hidden structure. I will. Okay, so. Yeah, I will. Okay, so looking around to find more signs, other than the 2 breaks right there that are very high and seem to have, there's no reason for those breaks. I saw this. That's interesting because that hook is a symbol. It's like a shepherd's hook. And, gosh, I need my little chart with me. Oh, it meant secure. To secure. Something like that. Okay, so how many more symbols? And it's going through the Y. Oh, I gotta go from the sun. It's going through the Y of that. Up a hill. This is up the hill. I guess it is broken there, but look how close we are to the structure. And we just walked through finding the Y. I'm finding those A's symbols, and here's another symbol. Clearly that looks like a hook going through there. Wow, this is pretty interesting. Okay, we're gonna keep going. We're walking the trail, and this is where that hidden, swampy structure was. But they've come through, since we've been here in like August, come through with major machinery because there's a pipeline. Anyways, okay, so this is where I remember it being. And I happen to notice right here on the side of the trail, first thing, a Y tree with an upside down Y in the crook of the tree. See? Or no, that's two sticks. Two sticks leaning up into that. Okay, that's good, right? Then right next to it, this. Looks like a symbol to me. Go a little further. This one. Another A. Is it a coincidence? One. Okay, well. Then over here, this one. I'm going to do it from this angle. Oh, I can't see the screen. This one here with the birch on top of it. Where's the birch? Anyways, I'm going to walk this way because this is where I remember it being. I remember thinking it was so strange because it's like in the swamps that no person would go. And in the summertime, of course, it was so mosquito ridden. Oh, the other thing to point out, everyone around here is terrified of ticks. There are people that will not go in the woods because of the ticks, and mosquitoes are so bad. All right, I'm gonna turn it off until I find it. I went up a little further from those triangles. I'm gonna call them triangles. And saw this. I thought he said he saw the structure over here. I'm smelling garlic or onion, which is odd. It's February. I have to keep looking. Then I thought, because there was two crossing the swamp areas, and this is the one I saw of this summer that was very hidden in the summertime. Yeah, it's pretty close to the water. I remember thinking it was closer. Yeah, this is it. I remember. Because look at how it's a Y branch leaning up against the tree. And then this. And look at, it's always this kind of tree, huh?
It's still weird why someone would do it.
Yeah, this is what really sold me on it not being people, because why would you do this? Yeah. I just want to look back here. So in the summer, it's much more dense, like it is dark in there. So it's surprising I found it. And you can see the swamp, pure mud swamp. And we're next to a pipeline. See the yellow? The pipeline that comes here that connects all these areas is like a train. Turn it on. This is kind of interesting. As I'm walking, I see that bend straight down. And that X right there next to that twisted tree bend. Bent in two spots in two directions. How does that happen? We're heading to the other cool spot we saw in the summer, but we can't really find it. I'll keep walking. But yeah, everything here looks kind of interesting. Okay. Yeah, is interesting. It's a triangle. 2 trees. 3 trees pushed into a triangle there. That's 3 trees pushed over into a triangle. Very long time ago. They're old. Okay, alright. I just pointed that out. I was going to continue walking, and then I turned around and looked. And I can't believe I didn't notice this because that crazy little twisted tree and X. And I pointed this out. I didn't notice this. Let's count this. Now this gets weird. We're in the middle of nowhere. Trail-wise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And he's gone. Wow. Right next to this. And the twisty thing and the triangle. All these symbols. Look at that. That's cool. Oh, that is exactly a symbol. I gotta take a picture of that. You have to come back. I found something. Okay, so we found all that super new, cool, amazing things. Looks like symbols and possible words. And this is what we found in summer too. And we're in the middle of a ravine. But look at all these walls. These are not. They can't be colonial walls. They make no sense whatsoever. And look at again, there's an A. Or triangle, whatever you want to call it. And the structure, I want to go inspect it. And there's no hunting here. And there's no Boy Scouts doing this. There's too many coincidences, too many symbols that we recognize that the people wouldn't do. And they're old. Look at that. Giant A with an X. Giant A with an X. Say it again. Like I just passed. How many times did we pass this going here? There's another big one. This is old stuff. Look at that. This is new. I don't remember this. Do you? I don't remember that. We'd remember that. There's no point for people to do this. There's no reason people would do this. Yes, I did. That's what I said again. And then there was one more I pointed out that had the X with it. Okay, so now we just have to figure out what the language is. So if we think there's another A triangle there, purposely done at the root of this tree, follow it, goes down. That's the tree that makes this. Wow. Okay, so this is really cool. We're finding this A everywhere. I knew there was something with an A. This is that really strange crooked wall. Very strange crooked wall. We come here, and this tree that's pushed over makes the A arch kind of an X. I don't know. Are these things loose? Anyways, that's just part of the roots. But then this is the tree that started. Look, right next to it, same exact thing. The other tree brought down to make an X has the exact same thing done to it. Okay, he's in the way. Okay, so 1, 2 trees pushed down, and then this starts happening. Does this mean if this is an A, you count how many A's there are, and that's how many times I've been there, been here? We should count. God, it's a lot to count. It's a lot for me to count. Oh my gosh, look at the bark underneath on the ground.
Stop while I take a picture.
Okay, he's gonna take a picture. And then that one at the end, and then next to this curved arch. Okay, and that over there? Yep. To the front of it to notice this last branch hooked on there. So 2 trees get knocked over and their stumps are broken in the exact same way. And then people start, or whatever you want to say, not people like we know them, do this. Look at that underneath. And this kind of branches out. This goes over to here. And it pretty much touches here. Touches going up the hill to that. Look at, he's walking along. This is strange. All of it's strange. Look at those rocks. The leaner. I mean, how many more coincidences? That's what's amazing. And that was the... Oh, he probably is. There's that bend in X. There, I thought there was something over here I wanted to point out. Oh, I guess that boulder is pretty cool. And there's that weird wall behind it. Very interesting. And that break, of course. It's all weird. Oh, look at that. Uh-huh. That's what's so weird, is that people everywhere are finding the same stuff. Very cool. Oh yeah, and I wanted to point out the other Y branch over here I thought was interesting. Where'd it go? Oh yeah, this one is the latest one to be added. Right there, broken, added there. That's a cool rock. Alright, might as well turn it off. This is, so far, probably the most amazing place we found. Okay, I'm going to leave it on. Okay, the dog. Okay. No, I've got it on because you make it sound like there's something cool.
Well, come over down to the ground.
Okay. What is it? Look at that. That's
cool,
funny.
right?
Yeah.
So someone was walking back here.
Huh.
Weird, right?
Yeah, it is weird. Okay, we can turn it off. Okay, so as we left that really cool structure area, there were 2 triangles on the ground to get me to this spot. Look over here and you see that break. And look at that fork. This fork, or whatever you want to call this Y, is stuck in between here. It's just so much. Okay, so then I found those 2 little, they're very little on the ground. I don't know if you can see it in the distance. But 2 of those A's, little bends, whatever. And I wanted to come over to see this. Because this really stands out. This white birch that's here. Okay, so don't know where the exact birch came from yet. Birch stuck in the ground, maybe? Birch broken in pieces over there. Okay, I gotta pick this up. I want to see what this is. Is that a tiny birch tree? I have no idea. I can't get it out. Just looking around for other things. That could be something. Whoops. Look at that. It's just all these subtle little signs, huh? Oh, this. Yep. Okay, here's a tree. Oh, look at this. Oh, look, is he finding water in the tree? I hope he's thirsty. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at that. Put in here. Where's that from? Let me look. Did you see where that bark came from? What tree did that one come from? Against a rock. And now are these hooks all in the same? Look at this one. That to me looks like one of the hooks. Forgot to mention on the wall there was a hook too. I don't know. Yeah, so we kept walking to get out of here. We came across another one. And the first one is the Y. Oh, okay. Let me go around. Look at that. It's this under an X. No way. This is crazy. And the rock. And the rock. This is crazy. Very cool. I can't believe we just keep... Unbelievable. I never thought we'd find anything. Wow. Okay. I'm going to turn it off. Oh, are we on the back side of that break? We are. Or is that another one?
No,
a different one.
We gotta get back.
Okay.